Achieving something despite failures or opposition is called perseverance. This is the story
I'm one of
of
them
Joey
people
Ochoa.
who still believe in themselves. You know, I feel like I'm a great musician. I feel like I'm a great person. I think that sums me up for who I am. Growing up in Gary was like growing up in any other black ghetto around America. You know, doing a lot of shit you ain't supposed to be doing. Lack of resources, making something out of nothing. You know, playing stick ball to kicking those. The transition to come to Holland, it was my cousin. He kind of moved out here, I want to say about 10 years before me. So he got a chance to say his life. He got a whole bunch of kids and shit. So he'll let me come up here for the summer because we was hot, you know. We was by hot, I mean we was just doing a lot of shit, you know, that could end up in, you know, death or jail or anything. So he was just trying to like give us a way out, and he just let me used to come up here for the summer. And it gave me a chance to be a kid. You know, we weren't playing. When I moved up here, we would start playing hide and go seek and running through the neighborhood, chasing each other. Like in Gary, we weren't doing no type shit like that. You know, so like we trying to make this money flip. We trying to do this. Like we into it over here. You can't get caught down here. You know, it was a different lifestyle. So cuz probably made a way for us to come to Holland, and probably say about 17, 18, nah, like 16, 17. That's when I made that move to Holland. Like fuck it. Some shit went on. He like, boy, you gonna die out here. And he gave me a hand. All my homies back home was like, nigga, you better go. And probably best decision I ever made in my life. Well, definitely being young mentally, I had to get out of the mind state of living in Gary, you know. I used to sit in the car, and when my cousin get out the car, lock the doors, roll the windows all the way up, you know, like, now I don't want nobody see me, you know. I'm just used to living this life like that. So it took a minute to adapt to Holland being like safe, you know what I'm saying, being like, well, you can let your head down, you know. So it definitely, it was hard transitioning over, and especially being me. Cause growing up in Gary, I'm taught to protect myself, and then when I moved out here, that's kind of like you being the aggressor. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't look at it like that. You know, so it's a different from living in the trenches in the real world. The real world, you know, as a man, you can't be reactive. But in the trenches, that's how you show your dominance. Like a nigga ain't gonna play with you. But out here, that it's a different world. You gotta grow up and be a man, I guess. I was coming to Holland and clicking in. I think I clicked right on in, and I ain't had no issues because I'm kind of funny, and you know I kind of just stand on business or whatever. But and I always been a hooper, so it's always been love. So and it's a bunch of misfit motherfuckers that's just like me in Holland. So it's just like, oh, we all cool, you know. That's one thing. I never had a problem with no gangs out here. I always show love to, you know, everybody. Everybody always show love to me. I never experienced that negative part of Holland. Thankfully, I can gracefully say I can walk into Target and kick it with anybody. I can see a motherfucker who over here. I got motherfuckers over there. I don't really think I had a problem. I think it's always been fun to me. As far as high school, I was going to the Dub in Gary. I was going to Luwalis. So I want to say around my sophomore, yeah, because I played JV. So yeah, probably around my junior year, I was back and forth between Holland and first I went when I came to Holland. I went to this little alternative school called Wavecrest, right off Apple Street. They just didn't give up on me. They believed in me. That's one thing that always stuck with me from Wavecrest. So high school was kind of like fun to me. Once I moved out here back home, now so you know, it just, you know, regular shit. I ain't gonna say it wasn't fun, but I wasn't going to school for, you know, I'm in the hood. I'm skipping. We shooting dice. We ain't doing shit. As long as we ain't at home, and my mom, and they ain't sending no report cards home. Like they don't give no fuck about nothing. We at school. That's all they care about, truancy. I want to say coming to Holland and shit. When I finally went to Wavecrest, it was fun. And then I had the chance to go to Holland and hoop, but I ended up wanting to go back home. So I wanted to go to Luwalis, but my mama wasn't going for me to go back to the hood and graduate. That was my dream. Like, I'm about to come back to the hood. All my guys still love me. I'm finna be the senior and I can hoop, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm finna kill niggas all year long, you feel me? So, but I ended up going to this white school called Maryville, and they kicked me out and tried to lock me up and fuck my high school career up. I had to go to high school for an extra year because they kicked me out of Indiana. They banned me. A police officer said I threatened him with a gun, but the whole time, my brothers, I got a crazy ass brother named Casanova. He was in some shit, and we ended up jumping this one nigga, and the police punched my brother in his head. It was the same police officer. The nigga remembered me, bro. And this shit, it fucked up my high school career, low key. When I came back to Holland, I was already behind, so they wouldn't let me into Holland to go hoop. That was my year to like graduate and be a senior and try to go, cause my whole thing I wanted to go D1. That's my little cousins, my big cousin kids. That's all they talked about, going D1. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna be the first one to go D1. I fucked up my high school little career, so it kind of fucked me up. I wanted to go to college, but I got signed up for college, and the shorty who I was with at the time, I used to always tell her, like, you don't go to school, we ain't gonna be together. I go sign up for college, she don't go sign up. I don't even end up going. I end up lying to my cousin, like, yo, I'm going to Ferris, cuz. So I'm leaving the city, really going to Allendale, cause I'm finna go to GRCC, cause I wanna hoop. I still wanna, like, this before the rap shit. I was rapping, you know, I was with Tito in high school, but I wasn't really taking it serious, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to hoop, I ain't gonna lie. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to school. And I did this normal shit, any, you know, young nigga that I end up moving with a chick. So we having kids, you know what I'm saying? I ain't go to no school. I end up jumping in one of these little factories, you know what I'm saying? Take care of my business. I did what I had to do, you know? And then that basketball shit was out the window after that. It was like, you gotta find a new hustle. So I go back to the ball playing shit. I was giving all these niggas hell out here. I looked in the camera and said, I was giving them hell out here, you hear me? But I had a shit-ass attitude and a broke jump shot. So I cross your ass up, and I'm skinny than a bitch, so if I get to the hole and you bump me, I ain't really even gonna make the shot. I ain't gonna lie. But if you don't catch me, I'm taking off on your ass. So I ain't gonna lie. So I'm hooping. I come out here, I'm hooping. I'm playing with Teddy. Teddy knew my cousin Duty, and that's like one of the big time, like one of my, I would say, mentors. So we hooping. I quit the team, and I'm going to Wavecrest, and Tito is the coach at Wavecrest. So I go over to Tito like, shit, fuck them niggas, man, let me hoop. You know Tito crooked at, yeah, let's do it, you know what I'm saying? So now that I got the deal, it showed me that I've been bullshitting a lot, low-key, because he faster, you know what I'm saying? He hit me like, yo, what we gonna do? We got 5 tracks, I'm finna get the cover art done, yada. I'm still like, hold on, big dog, but he's showing me like, all right, you gotta have a go. So we put together some good artwork, I would like to say. Just a 6 song EP, and just creating content for it now. We starting from the bottom like this, you know, mom and pop stores, and going to get content made for the 5 joints. We got way more than 5 songs, but we narrowed it down to 5 quick songs that we just gonna punch out real quick, boom, and then that's when the fun started. Man, my shout outs, man, like I said, shout out to God. You know, shout out to my mother, my pops, my brothers, you know, back home, Gary, forever, East Side, the whole Glen Park, West Side, you know, Chi-Town, South Side, you know, man, shout out to Holland. I can go on for I can name a million motherfuckers, you know, I'll be on here for 3 days. Again, shout out to probably the best person I ever met in my life, my girl Maria. Shout out to you, because without you, there's no this. So I definitely gotta give a shout out to y'all. Shout out to Malik with that broke ass jumper. And man, most importantly though, shout out to my boy Ron for believing in me. For real. Giving me a shot to change my life. Not only my life, people around me life, you know. So this could be big for all of us. And last but not least, shout out to me. You know, putting in the work. Mr. 4 a.m. just picture him up going to work, but I'm knowing my worth. And working at that dead-end ass job ain't showing my perks. And the landlord wasn't hearing none of that shit on the first. Humble in person, but it ain't none of that shit on the verse. It's Joe, nigga.
Perseverance leads to success. Now just wait for the rest.
See the reflection of the city through my shades and my pictures, but you can't see the pain that's in my eyes, nigga. It's some shit that I've been hiding. This shit is a facade, feel like I'm living just to die. So this for all my niggas in the sky. I just put my feelings in this God. Better watch them niggas.